I'll have the 10-minute rule motion and I call Sarah Coombes.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I beg to move that leave be given to bring in a bill to make provision for a review of certain offences relating to vehicle registration marks and for connected purposes, and I thank the Minister for Roads for being here at this debate today. When I got elected, I didn't expect to be a road safety campaigner. But since I became MP for West Bromwich, family after family have come to me having lost a husband, or a mother, or a son through other people's dangerous driving. Our roads are used by millions of people every day. They are vital to our communities, our economy, and to keep us connected. And most people drive safely and are just trying to take their kids to school, get to work, or do the weekly shop. But there are some selfish people who use our roads as racetracks, who care nothing about risking other people's lives, and who are evading capture using dodgy ghost number plates. It's one of the central missions of our Labour government to take back our streets and restore a sense of safety in our communities. We've invested millions to fill in potholes to reduce danger, and I hope we can now take action on something that's making our roads unsafe for all. The issue of so-called ghost plates was first brought to my attention when I was standing on Kenrick Way, a busy A road in my constituency, with our local Police and Crime Commissioner and the Secretary of State for Transport. We were talking about the nightmare car races that cause hell for local residents on Friday and Saturday nights when as many as 50 cars converge on the area to race up and down this long, straight road. The Police and Crime Commissioner, Simon Foster, and local roads policing experts explained that it was increasingly hard to catch these dangerous drivers due to the rise in ghost plates or stealth plates. That was the first time I had ever heard of ghost plates, and I believe that today is the first time they've ever been raised in this House. There has been little mainstream media coverage about ghost plates up till now, but go on TikTok or on Instagram and I can tell you they are widely known. And I'd like to thank Camera Commissioners Tony Porter and Fraser Sampson, Rob Gurney and Stuart Barnes as well, and Chief Inspector Keely Bevington and West Midlands Police for their advice and their hard work over the years bringing this issue to light. So what is a ghost or a stealth plate? These ghost plates look like normal number plates to the human eye, but they've got a reflective coating on them, or they've been interfered with in some way, which makes them unreadable to the infrared police speed cameras on our roads. If you Google ghost plates, you'll be presented with websites where you can buy a ghost plate online for as little as £30, making the vehicle invisible to the automatic number plate recognition cameras that police use to stop speeding and keep our roads safe. These websites selling ghost plates are full of disclaimers, reassuring you that they're perfectly legal as long as you don't use them on the roads. But the fact is, these plates are being used on our roads by people who want to speed around freely, run red lights, and much, much worse. And right now, if you've got a ghost plate and you speed past a camera at 100 miles an hour, the likelihood is you won't be caught. It is illegal to use these plates, but the current consequences of being caught with one are far too small. At the moment, the penalty for driving with a ghost plate is just a £100 fine. No points, no driving ban, just £100, and that is if you're caught. That's less than you get for a speeding ticket. So for those who want to drive recklessly around our roads or commit even worse crimes, why wouldn't you when the penalty is so small? The scale of use of ghost plates is not yet widely known, although we do know there are major issues with clone plates and wider forms of dodgy plates. One study found that as many as 1 in 15 drivers may already be using anti-ANPR technology. However, among some groups, it could be even higher. One police exercise conducted in London examined more than 1,000 taxi and private hire vehicles and found 40% of those vehicles had ghost plates. Wolverhampton Council, my honourable friend is here from Wolverhampton now, is one of the local authorities taking a lead on this issue, and they are working with police to use new types of cameras to find and punish the drivers that are using these ghost plates. Rochdale Trading Standards have also been pioneers in combating these plates. These organisations have done great work, but this is truly a national problem. What I worry about is that the supply of these ghost plates is making all of our roads less safe. In the West Midlands, 1,000 people are killed or seriously injured on our roads each year. Across the UK, that is 30,000 people. I've been working with the charity Road Peace, who helped my constituents when they suffered terrible losses, like Diane, whose husband was killed by a driver on her phone. and a family in Oldbury who lost their mother and their grandmother, who was hit by a car that sped away. A couple of weeks ago, the RAC found that almost half of UK police forces have caught motorists driving more than 90 miles an hour on 30-mile-an-hour roads. West Midlands Police clocked a driver going at 100 on a 30-mile-an-hour road. If a driver is using a ghost plate, then most current police cameras will struggle to identify the car and catch and punish the driver. However, police and local authorities are getting wise to these plates and investing in new technology to catch them. But right now, it's too easy to buy one of these ghost plates, and the consequences for having one are far too soft. And there's no consequences for the companies who sell these online with these disclaimers about not being able to use them on the roads when they know full well that is exactly what they're being used for. This bill calls for a review of the penalties for ghost plates, and I think we need to see fines of £1,000 as well as 6 points on your licence. The current fine of £100 is hardly a deterrent, but a £1,000 fine, the threat of 6 penalty points, potentially even vehicle seizure or licence disqualification, those would be ways to clamp down on the use and supply of ghost plates. This would not only make our roads safer, but ensure our roads cannot be used to carry out crime. This also speaks to something wider, about the immense importance of a little piece of plastic that is the number plate. This little piece of plastic upholds the rules of our roads, from traffic laws and speeding fines to car insurance, road tax and bus lanes. It also enables the police to track and arrest criminals who are using cars to flee the scenes of crime and move drugs and stolen goods. And yet, this little piece of plastic is removable, modifiable, clonable and almost entirely unregulated. The humble number plate, as Camera Commissioner Tony Porter called it, is under threat, because the national camera system that is used to keep all our roads safe, ANPR, is being undermined by people who are using dodgy and ghost plates. Madam Deputy Speaker, to conclude, it should be a basic right for all of us to feel safe as we walk, cycle and drive along our streets. But the reality is, too many of us don't. That's why the new government has committed to publishing a road safety strategy, the first in over a decade, which is something I really welcome. The majority of drivers in West Brom and around the whole country just want to get from A to B safely. But there are a select minority of people who think that they are above the law and that by using a ghost plate, they can get away with running red lights, drink driving, speeding and much, much worse. It cannot be right that these drivers are not facing the consequences of their actions and are creating so much danger for everyone else. So I urge the government to consider this bill in their road safety strategy. The drivers using these ghost plates have gone under the radar for too long, but now they've been rumbled and it's time to crack down on them.
The question is that the honourable member have leave to bring in the bill. As many of their opinions say aye? Aye. Of the contrary, no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it. Who will prepare and bring in the bill?
Chris Blore, Antonia Bantz, Serena Brackenridge, Sonia Kumar, Sean Davis, Gurinder Josan, Jacob Collier, Sarah Edwards, Paul Waugh, Rachel Taylor, Lee Ingham and myself, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Sarah Coombes. Keep it straight now.
Thank you. Vehicle Registration Offences Review Bill.
Second reading what day?
Friday, 7th of March.
Friday the 7th of March. Now, motion number 2 on business of the House. Minister to move.
Move formally.
The question is as on the order paper. As many of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The 7 o'clock motion. Minister to move formally.
Formally.
We don't actually need it, but thank you very much for that. Forgive me. No, it was myself. Thank you. We're all very keen to crack on. We're now going on to the debate for this afternoon. We'll just let the front benches quickly shuffle over.